Your attitude about weight loss sucks. That's why you can't lose weight. You don't believe in the diet that you're doing. You don't believe that you can actually lose weight. So therefore, you don't eat the foods that you're supposed to be eating. Now, if you keep moving forward with this poor weight loss mentality, you are going to continue to gain weight. You are going to move towards metabolic damage because you're poisoning and overloading your body with sugar. It took me a really long time to figure this out. I spent years of my life when I was younger trying to force myself to lose weight. I tried to force myself to eat healthy, to go to the gym. You know, I would ban chocolate from my life for months at a time. I would force myself to eat vegetables and fruit, both of which I hate. I would force myself to go to the gym, to work out, which I hate. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't last. Like I would do these things maybe for a few months, sometimes just a few weeks. And then slowly, chocolate would make its way back into my life. I wouldn't want to eat the healthy meal, and I would want to have pizza or burger and fries, or, you know, fries are my favorite thing to have. Somehow or other, I would get off the path and start eating the old food again because I didn't like the food I was eating, first of all. And second of all, I just love chocolate. I just love these things. I was trying to lose weight by being a person that I'm not. I was trying to inject into my life things that I hated, expecting myself to be able to do them long term to get results. And clearly that didn't work. I was not able to commit to doing these things forever because I hated doing these things. We expect ourselves to be successful by doing things we don't want to do. So we expect to force ourselves to be successful because that's what we're taught in school. We are taught that you just do the stuff because you're supposed to do it. And then somehow out of this, you're going to get a great career, a great, life, right? And so in our diet world, we do the same thing, right? We do calories in, calories out. We force the gym. We drink gallons of water, all towards being healthy, even though I hate water. Like, well, I like it now, but when I was drinking water in my history, I didn't like drinking water. I wanted soda. I wanted juice, right? Those things taste delicious. And in my history, water tasted boring, gross. We think that we're supposed to succeed in a very specific way. This way that's outlined by the diet and fitness industry that says this is the way that you lose weight, and we try to make it happen, even if everything in our core is saying that's not what we want. We believe the lie that says you won't like the things that are healthy, right? The food tastes horrible. The exercise is grueling. And you just do it because that's what you're not supposed to like these things. This is for your health. This is for your betterment. You're not supposed to like it. Success comes from restricting and controlling, right? When you're a little kid, you just need to sit still and don't move. When kids are at home, do they ever sit still? Are they ever still at home? But they're in school and they have to sit there and be disciplined, and you listen to the teacher and don't play with your friend that's sitting right beside you. We put ourselves and our children in situations that are not natural and tell ourselves that they're what's supposed to happen and we're supposed to benefit from these things. And of course, we bring that into our diet world. We expect our body to give us health when we are not eating the healthy foods, right? Because the healthy foods don't taste fun. So we want to eat fun stuff and then force our body to give us health because, well, that's what we've always lived. We've always been in the situation where if you want something good, you push through, you force through, and you make it happen. In the middle of being poisoned, we want our body to push through that and give us amazing health, right? Because we're overloading our body with sugar, which is a toxin. We're overloading it. And then, as Sally Norton pointed out in her book, Toxic Foods, a poisoned body cannot repair itself. It cannot give us good health. And it doesn't matter how many supplements you try to give that poisoned body, nothing good is going to come from that. There is such a conflict happening here. You want your body to give you good health, but you're feeding it garbage. And we're feeding it garbage because, well, if I eat healthy all the time, then I can't go out with friends. Or maybe I don't know how to cook those healthy foods, those strange vegetables, and I don't want to take the time to learn how to cook those things because, well, then I don't get to eat the fun foods, and I don't get to, right? I don't get to have fun with my food. Or even worse, maybe I'm not doing this because the people around me won't support me in eating healthier so that my body can get healthy. And as a matter of fact, if that last one is the reason, that's the best reason that you'll ever have to join the Wellness Squad, because over there, we're going to support you in getting healthy. You don't take action because it's hard and because everybody around you is eating the wrong thing. And we don't take action until something bad happens to us, whether it's we're hospitalized or whether it's we're, our weight finally gets to a place where there's problems happening for us. We can't move around the way we want to. That's when we take action. We need the scary wake-up call before we take action. I remember that I was walking around 80 plus pounds overweight for years, and it took my hip hurting so badly that I could barely walk. I couldn't step upon a curb. It was hurting so bad. That's when I started to look for a solution to all the joint pain that I've been having for decades. I can't even say years, decades. I needed to be in excruciating pain to seriously look for the solution. And that's the part that's really frustrating. I've been walking around in a painful situation. I wanted a pain-free body. I would have loved to have had a pain-free body, but I only took it seriously when it stopped my life, when I couldn't keep moving forward. What is wrong with us? I was actually letting the training that I received in school impact my entire life, right? Because being healthy is hard, right? As you get older, you're going to gain weight. As you get older, you're going to have pain. As you get older, life just gets harder and harder, and your health is going to fail. That's the training that we get from a very young age. And guess what? Apparently, none of that has to be true. Here is the thing, Wellness Warrior. Knowing that eating healthy food equals good health isn't enough, because we've been taught to believe that getting something good is hard. And so just because I have this piece of information in my head that says, if I eat the right thing, I'm going to have good health, doesn't mean that I take action on it because I think it's going to be hard. And because I think it's going to be hard, I block myself from taking the actions that are clearly there that would have helped me to achieve the thing that I wanted to achieve. It's kind of like how if I walk into a room and I see a big box from IKEA in my living room, and I'm like, it's in the way. I'm not going to be able to sit down here and get on my computer. It's blocking me. But it's a gigantic box from IKEA. And we know how heavy those boxes from IKEA are. They flat pack everything, and they weigh a ton. And I'm waiting for Pat to get home so we can move this box so that I can watch, get on my computer to do what I want to do. And my little niece comes in the room and she's toddling around and she leans on the box and it moves. And I'm going to realize, the box is empty. I didn't move the box because I thought I couldn't move the box, not because I couldn't move the box. I didn't even try, Wellness Warrior. I saw it and said, that's too hard. And this is what happens to us over and over and over again, because we've been programmed to don't try to do something that looks hard. You can't do it by yourself. Yes, you can, right? But you need to try to know at what level am I going to be successful. And had I tried, I would have moved the box. Had I tried years earlier, I could have found this answer and healed my hip years earlier. And I had the data, like a lot of you have the data. But some of us get the data and we only half use it. We only a quarter, because we are telling ourselves, this is too hard. You can't do this all the time. I hear that so often when I'm working with people. I can't do this all the time. How are we going to go out and have parties? How am I going to spend time with my friends? How am I going to... And we are letting the story continue to be our story, that it's impossible to put your health first all the time, even though health is what we all want. If health is what we all want and we don't believe in ourselves, we'll never get it. I need to believe in myself first, that I'm the person who's going to do the action that gets the result. And then I would actually try. And does that mean that I'm going to do it right the very first time I try it? Well, no, because I didn't do it right the very first time I tried it. Like, I was doing keto. I wasn't keto. I wasn't anywhere near keto. Like, the amount of carbohydrates that was coming into my body, but it was low enough that I had success. It was low enough that my pain started to go away. It was low enough that my weight started to lower. It was low enough that I saw that, wow, eating food actually had an impact on my health. And the more I saw that positive outcome, the more I was willing to invest in figuring out, okay, what am I doing well and I figured it out. I always liked eating meat. That part wasn't hard. What was hard was the vegetable. I hate vegetables. I hated them. Like, and I'm looking at this diet that's saying I have to eat just vegetables, lots of vegetables. What was I going to do? And I figured it out. Why? Because I told myself that I needed to have this happen. And I thought it was going to be hard. And this is the part, Wellness Warrior, that we're going to let's bring it back home. I became a person who said to themselves, well, I do hard things, right? Because I had done hard things in my history, first of all, right? I had my daughter. That was really hard. But I also have my own business, right? I work for myself. That's also really hard. So I'm a person that does hard things. It shouldn't be impossible for me to figure out how to eat healthy every single day. And it wasn't impossible. I did it. Wellness Warrior, why did I teach myself to cook healthy vegetables? It was because I wanted the outcome of being healthy. And I had to teach myself, so I had to become the person that knows how to cook healthy vegetables so that I would cook the healthy vegetables and eat the healthy vegetables. In order for us to succeed, we need to understand where we're going and who we need to be to get to where we're going. If I stayed the person that hated vegetables and hated cooking and hated like all the things that I was constantly telling myself, by the way, that I hated cooking, I hated vegetables, I hated fruit, and all these, if I kept being that person, I would have never learned to cook vegetables. I would never have learned to eat those healthy things. And guess what? I would still be overweight and in pain and maybe would have had an operation by this point. But just becoming that person, I started to live those actions. And then I was cooking every day. I still cook every day. Well, except for when Pat cooks, right? But I cook almost every day. Why? Because I eat every day. And I only eat healthy foods. Eating healthy every single day did something amazing for me. It solved my hip issue. It solved my joint issues because I had joint issues because I had inflammation in my entire body. It solved my weight issue because I had joint issues and I was so damaged metabolically and I did not know. And it helped me So I cook every day still. If you want the same thing, right? If you want to lose weight, if you want your health to improve, if you want to be able to use your body to do whatever you want, like climbing, like snowboarding, like longboarding, like all the things that I'm so happy that I get to do, or whatever your thing. Maybe you want a horseback ride. Maybe you want to go for long walks. Maybe you like to swim. Whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to be able to use your body to do whatever you want, Wellness Warrior, you need to start with an honest conversation with yourself. Are you going to become the person that does the actions that gets the results that you're trying to achieve? Or are you going to continue to allow the lies that we were fed as children to just block you because getting healthy is too hard, that eating healthy all the time is too hard? Because we're still told those lies even today, right? Because we tell them to ourselves. They're programmed into us in our younger lives, and we tell ourselves that even today. Oh, I could never do what you do, Violet. Yes, you could. Of course you could. You just need to decide to become the person that does what's best for her health or his health. Think about it. Would you sign up for medical school if you hadn't decided to be a doctor? Of course not. That wouldn't make any sense, right? You already decided to be a doctor before you sign up for medical school. You've already decided to be a driver before you decide to take a driving lesson. You have to decide to be the person that you want to be before you sign up for the thing that you're about to learn to do. And it's the same thing here. The decision comes first, and then the action comes next. Mastering your weight loss mentality is the most important thing that you're ever going to do, because your body actually needs you to feed it the right things and take good care of it so that it can take good care of you and give you the body that you want, that allows you to live your life to the absolute fullest. Because that's what you want to do. You want to feel good so you can live your life to the absolute fullest. Now that you're working on mastering your weight loss mentality, you're going to want to click on these videos right there about carb cravings so that you can learn how to eat healthy every single day. So click on the link and I'll meet you over there.